Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.
Playoff season. That is the CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tires basketball playoffs. And Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is on the spot tonight. We're in Elk Grove for a girls Division II opening rounder, Roseville visiting Laguna Creek. Good evening and welcome to the Cardinals gym here on the campus of Laguna Creek High School, along with Lauren Goodman. I am Will James. We welcome you aboard, and we have been anticipating this game as being something special based on the composition of the teams, Lauren.
Tonight's going to be first for many, for both sides, and Roseville and Laguna Creek have a young power punch that are going to surprise many today.
Lots of freshmen figuring prominently for both these teams, particularly Laguna Creek. Now, they have never met before. This will be a first for these two teams to square off. From the CVC, Roseville and Laguna Creek operating out of the Metro after the realignment scenario. So they're going to be getting acquainted with each other, you might say.
Today they're going to get to know each other very well. Two very similar teams across town, and tonight they're going to match head-to-head.
Well, they both come in with momentum in the last outings, which would be the regular season final for each team. They both emerged victorious, but quite in a different way.
Well, Roseville handled a tough Intercom team, came back, tailed the Tigers and Dillard going down D1. So that was a major game for Roseville, and then Laguna Creek easily handled Burbank.
And we made a special note there on that top portion. It was a battle of the sisters in that Roseville Intercom matchup. And of course, the Dillard sisters were dynamite, but the Sandal twins came up big to spark that very narrow victory. Well, as always, and particularly in postseason play, impact players have to earn their keep and lead the way.
Well, Roseville is coming in tonight with two sisters who know each other probably very well. Madison Sandal, the sophomore, coming in averaging 8 points a game, and then Alyssa Sandal coming in averaging about 13 points a game. These two working really well, but the senior Maddie Law coming in carrying the big load at 12 points a game.
Well, these tenacious Tigers have been all that this year to finish with a 16-10 mark, and they're going to wager their talent against impact players from the host Laguna Creek Cardinals, the Cannons.
Well, the Cannon Cardinals are coming with the fab freshman Zoe Tillery leading the way as a big freshman for the point guard. Young and Taylor, no chumps themselves, holding their own in this tandem of freshman duos that they have flying all over the court.
That's right. That is not a misprint there. Those are all freshmen, and you're going to see a lot more freshmen coming off that bench. Perhaps the youngest team we have ever seen in Sac-Joaquin section playoff history. So we've got the table set beautifully for you here from Elk Grove tonight. We're at Laguna Creek High School for opening round action, girls Division II style, in the CIF Sac-Joaquin section, Les Schwab Tires basketball playoffs. We'll be right back to continue our pregame segment here because Goody has a lot more in store for you. Stay with us.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
estimated time 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Welcome back. Nice to have you with us this evening for Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. We're in Elk Grove tonight for a girls Division II opening rounder, and it's Laguna Creek playing host to the invading Roseville Tigers. Let's join Lauren Goodman down at floor level for more on tonight's big game. Lauren?
Every game starts before it goes on the court, and it starts with the battle of the coaches. Coming in tonight for the Roseville Tigers, we have Alan Darte. He's in his first year at the helm for Roseville, and they're not doing too bad themselves. Coming in with a 16-10 record so far, and they've been managing it. Came second in the CVC, and this is his first lead to the playoffs. Not too bad in his rookie season. Now, for the home Cardinals, they'll be led by Cody Norman. He's coming in his fourth year, 46-63 overall record, but he is leading the revival of the Cardinals program right now, guiding the Cardinals to 25 wins thus far, and that's the most since 2003, where they got 28 wins. Cody's leading his team and revamping them for something new. Now, tonight is the first matchup between these two teams, and they have not played each other, but they do have some common opponents. Now, for Laguna Creek and Roseville, these two opponents came in Capital Christian and Ponderosa. Laguna Creek took the two victories easily. Roseville split between the two. Tonight is going to be a first of minis. Will?
Thank you very much. Yes, we are in store for some wild playoff action tonight. It has been a long time since this Laguna Creek contingent has been in this type of a playoff scenario. Long time since last visiting the postseason, so understandably a very, very excited host crowd here tonight as Laguna Creek comes in 25-3 after last season registering a 3-24 mark. An amazing turnaround for head coach Cody Norman in his fourth year guiding the Cardinals. And for Roseville, first year head coach Alan Darte, they logged a 16-10 mark, and he is playoff bound in his first year leading the Tigers. We have a crowd continuing to file in here to Cardinal Gym, and it is going to be very loud, very excited tonight for both Roseville fans and Laguna Creek. Stay with us. We're going to come back in a very short break and continue our pregame segment here tonight on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back to the big show tonight from Elk Grove. Opening round playoff action in the CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tigers basketball playoffs. It's girls Division II as Laguna Creek will play host to the Roseville Tigers tonight. We have a spirited crowd tonight. Athletic Director John Ussery pulled out all the stops in terms of color and pageantry, and certainly well-deserved given the season that they have had with this 25-3 mark. I'll tell you, Lauren, lots of abundant excitement here tonight and easily understandable.
Oh, there's a lot of excitement tonight, Will, and I just got to talk to the coaches a little bit, and they are both excited in their first playoff games.
As well they should be, and our game officials are certainly experiencing this type of fervor here from the crowd, and this is definitely what I consider a playoff type energy running up to this opening rounder.
Yes, Laguna Creek definitely filled the crowd up tonight. They're coming out more and more, and then the Roseville crowd is sprinkling in as well, as they probably had traffic coming over.
We're going to come right back in just a moment and take a further look at these two ball clubs, and then just a short distance away, starting lineups and our opening tip-off. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
This attitude of sportsmanship must be reflected by all spectators too, no matter what the personal feeling of loyalty may be to one or the other team.
Well, tonight is getting filled up in here. Gym is getting not almost to capacity, but the crowds are getting thicker. And now we're at Goody's game at a glance. Tonight, both teams want to shoot the ball well, so they have to get 3 balls up early and soon. As well as tonight's a playoff atmosphere, and there's first for many on both sides. First for the coaches, as well as first for these young players. Even though we have a sophomore ball club with Roseville and a very young freshman ball club with Laguna Creek, playoff atmosphere is going to play its part, and then they're going to have to handle the pressure. Both teams play an extended press and want to get in your face, and so now
Well, we're very happy to have the Access Sacramento Comcast cable TV audience join us now at the top of the hour. And you're going to be in store for quite a ball game tonight in this opening round playoff match as Roseville journeys to Elk Grove to take on Laguna Creek in this girls D2 battle. And the referees, our game officials tonight from the NCOA, are going to have to keep up pace because both of these teams like to push it, push it, push it. And tonight, our game referee is Victor Horton, and he is working with umpire Yosef Regad. And the Roseville Tigers are huddled in front of their bench. The Cardinals now leaving the floor for their last word from head coach Cody Norman. We're just about ready to rock and roll from Elk Grove.
Well, tonight we're in store for a really good matchup. Two teams we've been kind of watching for a while, and now we'll see them go head-to-head.
Crowd continuing to stream in here to Cardinal Gym. And it is a spirited crowd, despite perhaps only a third of the gym being occupied right now, but I'm sure that will change. Let's take a look at starting lineups right after we come back from this short break. Stay with us.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And our crowd is primed and ready after that excellent rendition of our Star Spangled Banner. And we'll now meet tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Roseville Tigers. And as you heard Lauren elaborate in the pregame, the Sandal sisters are a huge part of this overall program. Isabel Sanders, Maddie Law, and in the post, Alexis Wilson. 3 guards, a wing, and a center. They come in at 16 and 10. And on the season, they are averaging 62 plus per game.
That's attributed to their fast pace and up-tempo that they like to play, and then their ability to shoot the 3-ball.
For the Laguna Creek Cardinals, under head coach Cody Norman, they check in at 25 and 3, 10 and 2 in Metro play, and that backcourt is dynamite. Zoe Tillery and Auray Young. Caitlin Warros, perhaps the unsung component in that starting 5, and a double post with Taylor and Manipule. Freshman. I have not seen anything like that. The closest, about 8 years ago, Lincoln of Stockton started 4 freshmen and a sophomore.
Well, this is the special thing about Laguna Creek. These are kids that chose to come to high school together, play middle school together, grow up together, and turn it into a basketball dynasty, and here is the results of that. We've been for years trying to figure out how can we get these kids to stick together, kids from the same community, same neighborhoods, and then Laguna Creek has now mastered it, and hopefully they'll be able to stick it out for the next 3 years.
We shall see, but what a prospect to follow. So you have been notified that this freshman nucleus at Laguna Creek, barring something totally unexpected, they'll be on the scene for another 3 years after this campaign. Again, our game officials, referee Victor Horton and our umpire Yosef Ragad, keeping things fair and square. And our game statistician, Mr. Dave Larson, crunching the numbers for us tonight. Roseville in their road orange trimmed in black, and the host Cardinals, home whites, trimmed in that deep red and black. And we are ready to roll. Tapped by Laguna. Here's a run out layup and an immediate bucket. Knocked in beautifully by Tillery. 2-0. Push it hard the other way. Boy, I'll tell you, these Sandal sisters are dynamite. Jay on the way, a long miss, air ball on the 3, but they gather and reload. Drive it strong, tapped away, but recovered. That's Alyssa Sandal handling. Law to the corner. Feed the post, bad pass, turnover. Push it strong, Young. Spin move, missed the layup, follow up, down. On the glass, it was Taylor. And a quick 4-0 lead, super speed.
They jump out fast and aggressive, and that's how they want to play.
The turnover leading to that bucket. Inside, a whistle and a foul on the inside shot by Manapule. So Sanders picks up the foul, first foul of the ball game. Isabel. And a miss on number 1 free throw by Manapule. In case you've just dialed in, this is the girls D2 opening rounder. And 0 for 2 from there, and Law has the tapped out rebound. Send it ahead, deflection, out of bounds to the Tigers. So this first minute has already been not just up tempo, but rather furious.
Fast paced, and you can tell they practiced that from the beginning. Tip, automatically go our way, get an easy bucket, and they were ready for it.
Inbound to Sandal, break up and steal. Tillery's got the rock, second turnover. A fumble, and they give it right back. Here's a run out. Down on the layup, cashed in by Madison Sandal.
That was a good concentration and focus by Madison. Way to finish with the right hand.
Manapule at the foul line, kicks it back out, and it goes to Young to steady up. Down the slot, tough shot on the runner, missed, but a whistle and a foul against the Tigers. So one of the key concerns tonight was the ability for Roseville to keep their drivers out of the paint, and that time they were unsuccessful. Wilson picked up the foul, and here's a look at it.
Well, you see the opportunity was way too easy. Gets the contact. I think if she would have just stayed strong right there instead of falling, maybe could have got a different result, but you got to keep Laguna Creek out of the lane.
Pair of free throws cashed in by Young, so it's now a 6-2. Here's a steal and a third turnover on Roseville. Young hands it off. The layup banked home. Give the bucket to Juarez. Time out taken here at the 6:09. It's a 30 taken by the Tigers. We'll hold it right here, and right away, first-year head coach Alan Darte saw something he didn't like. He needs to talk it over.
This is just a calm down timeout. Not really much instruction, just to settle them down, get them focused, and kind of settle into the game and the flow of the game. They know Laguna Creek wants to play fast. I'm assuming that he's already scouted and knows what they're going to do, but you have to get your team acclimated to what's going on in the game. Early timeout within the first 2 minutes is just to get my team settled and to not get the lead too increased or out of reach before you talk to your team.
Sanders will inbound near side, near midcourt, and she lobs it in there to Alyssa Sandel, walking belt-high dribble straight up the floor. Sandel, off target, rebound tapped, loose ball picked up by the Cardinals. Young, a screaming layup. Super speed, 10-2. Early shock treatment applied by the 25-3 Cardinals. Law down. Maddie Law, the senior in this lineup, stops the bleeding momentarily, 10-4. No full court pressure yet. Probably won't see much of that from the Tigers, but they will trap in the half court. Down!
And that was way too easy. Roseville has to cut dribble, drive off, and cut middle penetration off, and they're not doing well right now.
Zoe Tillery with the hoop feed low. Tough luck, it popped out on the Sandal to Sandal dish. Inside pass bobbled away. Bank shot good by Montepoole. 14-4, up 10, deep three on the way, short. Tillery, flat foot rebound, pushes, feed it ahead. Break up and steal by Law. Turnover, Cardinals. Law, down.
Law muscled her up right there, sized her up, and got a good, easy bucket.
14-6, Tillery loses the rock. It's a turnover, picked up by Sandel. Take it strong on Young, stop and miss the layup. Couple of chippies missed inside, full blast the other way. Fast break layup cashed in by Guaros.
And Roseville just needs to get back. They're beating themselves almost right now because nobody's getting back in transition defense, and that's what the Cardinals want to do. They want to play fast. They want to get 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, create the advantage to their side, and nobody's getting back right now for the Tigers.
In fact, it's Roseville looking like they've got all freshmen out there in that transition defense, not up to par right now. We'll see if they adjust. Here's Law, feed the post, a break up, and a near turnover. Quick hands by Sandel. Here's Law, off target there. On the run rebound, Young takes it on one-on-one, a missed layup. Fight for the board, Sandel's got it. Alyssa pushes, 2-on-2. A miss, but a foul on the drive.
And these Sandel sisters have a really deceptive speed to them that gives them that extra burst, and then she went to the Euro step and tried to finish on the other side, but got to the free throw line.
Guaros called for the foul. First foul against Laguna Creek, and Sandel misses number 1. We're on the flip side of quarter number 1 in case you've just stopped in. This is Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. 0 for 2. Rebound, Sandel kicks it out to her sister. Down, 3 ball. Alyssa Sandel, badly needed. 16-9. Bad pass picked off. That's a Cardinal turnover. Full speed layup. A foul on Young, and she hammered Alyssa Sandel.
And Sandel's small size kind of got the body bump at the end before the major block.
So back to the line, Alyssa Sandel. She was up there just a few moments ago and missed a pair, then drilled a 3-ball, and now plunks another free throw.
They're going to have to get better at their free throw shooting right now, missing a few little opportunities where you can get back in the game, and you need them crucially right now more than ever. So you can't miss these free opportunities.
On the season, missed them both. That's 4 straight on the season. She's a 67% free thrower, missed 4 straight. Young, a kick out, pump fake, ball fake, driving layup missed, follow-up blocked.
That was a good weak side block right there. Roseville really needed a defensive stop. Now they get to regroup, be stronger, and get another defensive possession where they maybe can get a stop.
That was Jordan Hilliard with the block. She's off the bench, and a good scorer off the bench for Alan Darte's club. Whistle and a foul as Tillery got decked. So it's going to be Hilliard picking up her first foul. And there we see first-year head coach Alan Darte up along that Roseville bench. Free throw, Tillery short. On the season, Zoe, a pretty fair hand from there, but has the second one wobble out. 0 for 2.
And I think the playoff jitters are kind of impacting both teams in different ways.
Feed low, all alone, layup, missed! The third straight from that very same position. That one by Madison Sandel. Wild shot off the side of the board by Tillery, but they're going to give it to the Cardinal.
And you're seeing a little frustration for the Cardinals right now, settling in, Roseville kind of making an impact in the game, as well as they're kind of getting the playoff calls now. A little bit tougher, letting you play a little bit more. Not as easy as it normally is.
Well, Montepule is having a field day inside. She's the largest player out there, but she's not getting boxed out at all. First foul on Alyssa Sandel.
And right now there's a lot of free throws missed, but you see weak side rebound. Nobody boxes her out, and she has a height advantage. They're in a zone, and on that weak side, you can't get a rebound if you're Madison because of her height advantage and size on that weak side block.
1 out of 2, 17-9. Laguna Creek on top here with 2.5 to go in the first. Corner J down! A deep 3-ball gunned home beautifully by Natalie Russell. Turnover Laguna Creek on the inbound.
And I think they're calling that last bucket maybe a 2.
Yes, they did. Thank you for the correction, pal. So 17-11, high lob comes in deflected, but gathered by Sandel. 3 on the way. Another bank straight away. That one pops out. Here come the Cardinal. Whistle and a travel. That is turnover number 6.
That was an easy call. Didn't put the ball on the floor before taking off. But now you're seeing the game kind of catch up a little bit, and Laguna Creek is having to settle down. They're going to have to minimize their turnovers because that may come back to bite them in the end.
Head coach Cody Norman in his 4th year guiding Laguna Creek. A 25-3 season. Fake it, drive it, bank it, and a travel and turnover by Roseville as Hilliard didn't have much foot room to work there.
Surprisingly enough, I'm happy that he called a travel and not a foul right there because there wasn't a foul, and she got stopped, impeded, and then she traveled, which forced the travel. But a lot of times on there, you may see a little sketchy call, so that was a good call by the officiator.
Taylor sends it to the high post, give and go, blocked on the layup try. Nice D again there by Hilliard.
Hilliard's making some good plays, and then they might want to watch out here on the offensive end. Her player is not coming out on her, and she may end up shooting some threes. Law
tied up. Sandel, Good position. Hilliard banks it home. She's making an impact. 1.5 minutes left in the quarter. Runner by Tillery, a miss, but a whistle and a foul.
And these freshmen are very talented. So Roseville's gonna have to be disciplined. No just reaching in loose space and no unnecessary fouls like they just did on the last play.
So Tillery finds the range now after missing a couple up there earlier. second foul on Hilliard. They'll have to keep an eye on that. 18-13, 19-13 as Tillery cashes in a pair. 1:20 to go, late first. This game is already warmed up fast. Sandel bumped, no call. Down the slot and got a whistle and a foul. Probably a reach going to be called on Erin Wingbova.
Oh, they're giving her the space to attack. And maybe they're in a zone right now, but they're so far extended for Laguna Creek, which is giving them open opportunities to drive and attack, and that's what the Sandel sisters want to do.
Alyssa Sandel, stop and go. Runner missed. Good rebounding position there. Bobbled away, however. Nice fight. Sandel grabs it, and they reload. Here's Law. And a brush near midcourt. Alyssa Sandel thinks it was a travel against Laguna, but it's going to be a foul on her. That's her second. 16 fouls now on the visitors.
And they're going to have to play it smart. But again, it's this extended pressure that's making them foul far away from the basket.
Feed the post, good position off the bottom of the rim, but Taylor's going to be bailed out as they call a foul on the play. So Russell called for the foul, her first, 17 foul, but it's a two-shot opportunity for Eva Taylor. She clunks number one.
And to get here, they're looking inside the post. They have a post tandem right now in the game, and they get Taylor on the low side, and then she's easily making the contact and getting to the free throw line.
0 for 2. Free throwing has been very shaky in this game by both teams. Out of bounds to the Tigers.
Coach Norman's probably looking on right now like we need to make some free throws because free throws could be pushing them out of reach right now.
30 seconds to go in the quarter. A mishandle and near turnover, but the Tigers have the rock. Baseline drive, a dish, picked off. Another Tiger turnover, that's 5. Up the floor, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Taylor, short. Manapule boards it, and they reload with Tillery backing out, 10 seconds to go. Pressured at the point by Sandel. Kick out, 3 seconds, who wants it? Tillery, And there is a buzzer entering a rapidly played first quarter, and the host, Laguna Creek Cardinals on top, 19-13 over Roseville. We'll be right back for more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. There you see the numbers here, and it was an excellent first quarter for host Laguna Creek. The young Cardinals putting up 19 points despite committing 6 turnovers in that opening quarter, but the free throwing is what made the difference.
Only 6 for 12 in that last quarter. Unacceptable, especially for the home team. You got to make free throws. Those little 6 points add up per quarter. 6 points per quarter, that's 24 points difference in the ball game.
And I would imagine that head coach Alan Darte of Roseville would like to think that his team will not put them at the line 12 times per quarter.
That's a lot of fouls to their top people. So you got to make sure that you're not fouling or committing fouls unnecessarily, and their top players have picked up 2 fouls early.
Travel and a turnover. There's part of our large, raucous crowd here tonight. That is turnover number 6. Both clubs with 6 turnovers early on as we have the early moments now of the second quarter. This is a girls Division II playoff opener. Young bumped and fouled, apparently by law.
Fouls are getting kind of strange right now. They're 7-3, kind of lopsided to the home team.
So Young's hit the stripe. Actually, that was foul number 8, so they're well into the bonus scenario, and she drops the first one and will get the bonus. In and out, tough luck, 1 out of 2. 21-13, Laguna Creek on top. Law, a high bank, uncontested board, yanked by Young.
And they're getting some good looks. Hopefully they'll get some shots to knock down for them.
Monopule misses at point blank range on a nice dish by Young. And so far, Laguna Creek has dominated the boards.
And easily dominated the boards.
A bump, but no call. Nice ball handling out there by Sanders. Open J, a miss by Madison Sandel. Nice save. Here come the Cards. Taylor the trailer. Bailey Fong into the ball game for the Cards. Easy layup, Nanapule, and I wonder who's guarding her.
And at this point, it's like, why are they helping? But they're having to help because they're not stopping the middle drive.
Cannot hit the shot on the miss there. Taken by Roseville. Feed inside, nearly stolen, but out of bounds to the Cardinals. This frenetic up and down, push it tempo. We'll see which ball club has the better conditioning come second half.
Conditioning will play a factor in as well as adjustments. But it's good to see a ball club play fast pace and then look it for the post.
Down! Zoe Tillery with the 3 ball. 25-13. Cardinals stretching out a bit. Inside bucket missed, fumbled away. Hilliard grabs it and they reload. Sandel, nice board. Law feeds it back, the runner in and out. Tough luck on that miss taken there. Young into the front court now and steadies up. Early second, 5.5 to go, but plenty of action. Out of bounds to the Tigers.
Too much space, too much range.
Zoe Tillery, I don't think she would even believed how open she was on that.
Well, when you have range like that, Will, you're always open.
Fire away, nope. Nice board crash. Yep, Sandel kept it alive. Boy, this has been some intense action right here. Good D there by the Cardinals and a throwaway. Too much pressure that time.
And the crowd is going crazy. Defense all over, but they understand right now defense wins championships, and they're doing a great exhibit of that.
casual walking dribble up the floor. Tillery defended by Madison Sandel as we near midway second.
And this is the thing right now for Roseville. As they get a good steal, they got to continue to make plays like this.
Sandel barrels into the defense.
Will.
Let's take another look.
Without the replay, highway robbery. Highway robbery.
Well, it seemed apparent that there was some whacking going on before the contact, but that is 3 fouls on Alyssa Sandel. We're going to keep it right here.
And she's frustrated right now. I would be frustrated as well. The foul count right now is 9-3. And there's no way, as a visiting opponent, as you see frustration on the Roseville faces, there's no way you could be happy right now with the foul count 9-3, not an advantage, and then my top player just getting their third foul on a play that probably could have went the other way.
9-3. Well, though this is the first time these teams have played each other, Lauren, they have shared something in common.
Well, I got to talk about it earlier, too. Victories for Laguna Creek, but you see the difference in the margins of victory and how they handled each win. And you see a big difference, as well as only Capital Christian coming with that loss, but you see major differences in the game and in the tempo. But these two opponents are good indicators on what's going on in the league. Ponderosa usually always producing a good program, and then Capital Christian, we know what their history is. So this is two good games that they played, as they haven't played each other tonight being the first, but two good common opponents in the regular season.
Tillery walking dribble up the floor as we near midway second. The Cardinals having stretched out to the 12-point cushion, and a poor pass. Unforced turnover. That's 8 turnovers on the Cardinals, yet they lead it by a dozen. High post, turn and fire. Short. One and done as Taylor has the rebound. Young is a big guard. Now, that is a charge, according to our officiating team.
The officiating tonight is, it always gets interesting in playoffs. That's all I can say. It always gets interesting in playoffs.
How kind, Lauren. Hilliard, Tip in, nearly cashed by Sandel, and the loose ball picked up. They reload.
That was a good extra effort by Sandel.
Down. A 3-ball off the deep right wing by Sanders.
Sanders needed that bucket to go in.
25, 16, down. Another 3, this time from the corner, hammered in by Aaron Wingbova. So they trade threes, 28-16. Forced jumper, air ball. Young grabs it and pushes it. 3-on-2, 4-on-2, feed low. Missed. Nice rebounding by Taylor. Another try. Foot drag, no call. Young down. 3-ball derby. Array Young. 31-16, largest lead.
Array Young showing why she is a special young talent right now.
Tap away, turnover, Roseville. But stolen back as Tillery got picked clean by Madison Sandel.
Madison Sandel is a scrapper. She's hustling.
Nice move, couldn't finish. Up the floor, deep corner, Tillery shags and comes back out on top. That was a pretty nice move by Sanders down there.
And you talk about a team wanting to shoot threes, both of them wanting to do it, so you got to play better defense for the three-pointer.
Taylor a miss. 3 rebounders for the Roseville Tigers. Here they come with 1:05 4:50 left in the half. Down by plenty. Hilliard all the way cross court, over Law's head, turnover Roseville.
Right before that play, Will, I was going to say, Roseville has been moving the ball pretty well, but they haven't been able to make shots, and then the ill-advised turnovers or unforced turnovers like that kind of prevent you from doing what you need to do as far as moving the ball and getting good quality shots.
Okay, here's Tillery. Deep near midcourt. Now goes high post. And a return pass. Fire a three. Not this time. Hilliard grabs the board. Fires it up court. Here's Law now with 1:20 left in the half. Lose the rock. A turnover. Number 11. Wide open. Young. Around and down. Another three. Ray Young. Minute left in the half. High post. Law has it stripped away. Out of bounds to the Tigers. Good hustle on that scrap with the good hands. It was Bailey Fong with the D. Number 10 right there. So corner inbound will come from Matty Law. Less than a minute remaining in the half. 34-16 shock treatment applied by the host Cardinals. Foul line jumper, no good. Rebound, tapped away and controlled. Send it ahead, watch out, boom. A charge. Well, that was inevitable. Montepoole, her first foul. Want to remind you, Lauren Goodman will be visiting with the head coaches during the halftime intermission. 35 seconds to go. Law sends it left wing. Hilliard, all glass. Follow-up Sandal. Whistle. And they're going to turn it over. I guess the ball off the top of the stanchion there. Turnover number 12 on Roseville in the first half. Just 20 seconds to go before intermission. Walking dribble, Tillery. Defended there by Madison Sandal. Tillery down! Off the left side glass. The left-handed flip. 36-16, up 20, and there is a buzzer ending the first half of play. And it has been quite a demonstration by the 25-3 Laguna Creek Cardinals with 10 freshmen on their roster, up 20. And evidently this host crowd not surprised by this type of firepower and tenacity. The youngsters playing big right now here in this D2 playoff opener. Lauren Goodman is down at floor level, standing by with a special guest. Lauren?
Well, I'm here with Laguna Creek head coach Cody Norman. Coach, you guys got a 20-point lead. Talk about some of your successes in that first half.
Really, it was us being able to take full court advantage. During our fast breaks, we were able to move the ball a lot faster than what we were expecting. So we were just playing ball, and it led to an early jump for us.
What's the conversation like when you go back in there and talk to your team right now?
Right now, we need to buckle down on getting rebounds. Number 2 is killing us on the board. She's really scrappy. So in our defense right now, they're getting three-point shot attempts, but we got to get more defensive boards.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Will?
Thank you, Lauren. Well, I imagine he couldn't be any happier than he is right now with a 20-point cushion, but Cody Norman takes no chances. We're at the half here at Laguna Creek High School in this girls Division II playoff opener in the CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tigers basketball playoffs. We'll be back for more of Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things.
2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks.
Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school.
Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls, second.
Are you orange?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Well, we're here at Roseville High 16, Laguna Creek High School 36, and now I am here with Laguna Creek's athletic director, John Ursey. John, you guys have had an amazing year going so far. Laguna Creek, one of their best seasons since 2003. What's going on here at Laguna Creek that we don't know about?
I think it's our freshman class we have this year is very strong for girls basketball. And our freshman JV football team was decent too, had a winning record. So I think we've got a strong freshman class, and hopefully we build on that class in the coming years.
Now, I know everybody's talking about what's going on with basketball, but what else is going on the campus of Laguna Creek right now?
Our boys basketball team was, probably one game short making the playoffs this year for the second year in a row. And our boys and girls soccer teams qualified for the playoffs. Our boys down at Golden Valley tonight, and our girls are at Sac City Community College against Christian Brothers tomorrow night.
Well, sports are obviously doing really well here at Laguna Creek, has a long history. What is the process that it is taking you since you've been here as an athletic director to revamp the program and give these student athletes something new and fresh?
I think when I took over last year was the key for this was start building a family again and bring back a little tradition. Next fall, I hope to induct our first Hall of Fame class for Laguna Creek High School. So we'll see, we'll go from there. Bring back the tradition a little bit.
Now, with sports doing so well and obvious, it's an impact on your students that go to school here. How has it impacted the culture around campus, not only in the court, but in the normal classrooms?
I think we have a great culture on this campus. I've been around for Elk Grove for 15 years, and the culture at this school is amazing. We have a great activities director, Jerry Haynes, and him and I work real well together, and I enjoy this campus.
Now, we know you're not going to be done. Athletic director's job is never done. But when winter sports finish, what do you guys have kicking off in the spring?
We started spring sports last Monday, and so we have baseball, softball. Our baseball team is defending Metro League champs. We got a brand new track out there, so hopefully our track team makes a good bounce back this year, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, it looks like you have the hot program on your hands, John. We'll be right back to you.
They'll test you. try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back. We are in the halftime intermission here at Laguna Creek High School out in Elk Grove for this CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tigers basketball playoff game. It's a girls Division II opening rounder, and all that we have heard about Laguna Creek and their fab freshmen is true. Right now the Cardinals on top 36-16 at the intermission over the Roseville Tigers, and they are quite an impressive group despite the age factor. So we can safely say that on the athletic side of student athletics, they're doing exemplary work, but on the education side of student athletics, some very impressive work also being issued. And as far as the Cardinals are concerned, they are doing great. They're 3.6 team grade point average. It's the best team GPA this semester at Laguna Creek. Moreover, the Cardinals have 5 players that boast greater than 4.0 grade point averages. So it's easy to see here that they take their studies quite seriously, and it's quite inspiring to see both sides of student athletics at that extremely high level. So tip of the cap to the Lady Cardinals, not neglecting their homework. Well, the first half statistics, courtesy of Dave Larson, have been crunched by Rick Stewart, and let's take a look at the numbers. You can see with 24%, the visiting Tigers not shooting well. However, not the same story from their opponents, the host Cardinals, at 46%, and that includes a handful of 3 balls in that second quarter when they stretched a short lead into a long one. From the foul line, Tigers 0 for 4, haven't clicked yet, but just 50% for Laguna Creek on 7 of 14. In the 3-ball department, where Roseville had an edge during the regular season, not the case tonight. The Cardinals outgunning the Tigers from beyond the arc, 5-3. And as we said during game action, the Cards also dominating the rebounding department, doubling up on the Tigers, 18-9. Equally sloppy, both teams in double digits for turnovers, 13-12. The Cardinals with one more. Let's go back to Lauren Goodman. She is standing by with another special guest. Lauren?
Well, now I'm here with the Roseville coach. Coach, I know the first half was a very long half, but how did the talk go with your team at halftime?
It went well. Bottom line is we just didn't match their intensity. Like you saw those numbers there, our rebounds were really poor, so we got to box out. But my message to them was, one stop at a time. Let's just get this within reach and make sure that we execute on the offensive end.
Tell me something that's going to have to be key for you guys in the third quarter to get back in this game.
Bottom line for us is getting back on D, transition D. If we can keep them outside, keep them from the paint, we'll be all right. My biggest concern, honestly, though, is boxing out.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Will.
Thank you, Lauren. Yes, they do need some attention to the rebounding department. And I would say second to that, they got to start hitting some shots. 24% just won't get it done. And they're behind the 8-ball right now, down 20. And they're going to have to basically shoot lights out in the second half to climb back in. So it's going to be a long trek for head coach Alan Darte and his visiting Tigers, who tonight hung in there for a quarter and then got blitzed in the second period. It's been a long time, Lauren Goodman, since I've seen a team come up with just 3 points in a quarter, and that's all the Tigers got in the second.
No baskets falling for them. I'm not going to say they didn't take good shots. They missed layups. They missed easy opportunities. Free throw percentage, 0. So they could have been in the ball game, but now they got to clean it up and dig themselves out of the hole that they've dug.
Well, Roseville finished strong in regular season play, and you can see here with a late spurt, they were able to catch Wood Creek and forge a tie for second in a very competitive CVC.
Oh, this Roseville team has been battle tested. Even coming into this game, they played Laguna, they played Inderkum and ended up beating them by 1 point and ended up sending Inderkum into a play-in game for the playoffs. So Roseville is very battle tested, and maybe they haven't dug us this deep of a hole, but 20 points is not out of control.
No, not the way they shoot threes. Let's take a look and see how Coach Norman's ball club fared in the Metro, which is full of some tough thumpers.
Well, this is a brand new Metro. You see Dragons are out of there, and Laguna Creek and McClatchy are kind of the running things at the top dogs. But this battle, this Metro League is very young and new. As you see Grant, Monterey Trail right in the midst of things, Kennedy, even River City, well-coached ball club. So this Laguna Creek team is as well battle-tested and played the #1 team in the city, in my eyes, McClatchy.
Well, you mentioned the 20-point bulge, not insurmountable, especially for a team that shoots threes. And we see by this graphic, the Tigers do just that.
Oh, the Tigers are launching and letting that thing fly, but you got to play within your offense. Right now, I think Hilliard is a really secret weapon because she has the size advantage. Her man is playing inside, not coming out to the three-point line and guarding her, and 35 threes is a person that you need to guard around the perimeter. So hopefully they can get some shots going. Again, coming into tonight's ball game, they probably got into some traffic, didn't get a lot of warm-up time in this gym, and a lot of that comes and attributes to if you want to shoot good as a team, you have to get your team there early so you can be on the floor and shooting shots.
Both teams back on the floor to start the second half, and if we look real quickly at the guard tandems, the Sandal sisters against Tillery and Young, it was definitely the Cardinals pair that dominated in that first half. So I think a lot of the success for the Tigers will be in the hands of the Sandals girls. Just underway here in the third quarter. Very nice to have you with us here on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Double dribble and a turnover called against Young. So the Tigers catch a break there, get the ball back. They need to get some momentum boosting plays going to build their confidence, like hitting some early shots in this quarter.
And you know our rule, Will, you got to get on a streak. You got to either get 3 defensive stops or 3 buckets to start a streak.
Law, high post, turn and fire, a clanker off the glass. That won't get it done. Young has the board. Push it hard, straight down the slot, collision, and a blocking foul against the Tigers, taking a hard fall there.
And those are the best fouls right there. As we see it right here on the replay, Young just a bull running down the court. And this is the advantage when you're hurt. Either they're gonna take the charge, and it's gonna be an amazing charge, but 90% of the time they're not gonna take that charge trying to take it on that bull. So she gets an advantage to her, doing what she does best, trying to get to the basket, but she gets to the free throw line on this one.
So Young at the stripe, misfires on number 1. Misses of both, but Taylor boards it, and they reload. Snap it to the corner, Tillery fires. Down! 3-ball corner pocket.
And right here where it can get scary, Laguna Creek known for streaks of threes, so they're gonna have to get some defensive stops.
Held ball tie-up. (39-16) after the Tillery 3. Baseline left on the inbound. Here's the cutter. Missed at point-blank range. Wilson with the miss. Fast break layup. Down. Cashed in easily. That's right. Juarez with the hoop. Fast break layup. Number 12 with the bucket. A miss on the other end. Follow up. Missed by Wilson. A third try. Down. Clutch on the shot by Sanders. 41-18. Out high to Young. We've played about 90 seconds here in the third, and so far Laguna Creek picking up right where they left off. And wow, whistle and a foul.
Wow is right, Will.
Gee whiz. Alexis Wilson not feeling too good right now. Getting decked a couple of times.
And you see Coach has the look right now. Very humble guy. Like his personality, just taking that one on the chin, but foul on the pass.
Montefiore with the miss, but gets it back. Bobbled by Taylor, picked off by Sandel. Fast break, 1-on-3, down!
Sandel with the speed.
Alyssa Sandel, 41-20. Tillery sets the offense, looking for Young. Drives on Sandel, feed low. She's been open all night long. Montefiore, easy hoop. 43-20, 3-ball, killed by Law. The senior, Maddie Law, 7 points now.
She has to play big. It's win or go home, especially for her, so expect her to get a few more shots.
Wilson blocks the shot, but called for a foul. What'd you see there, Goody?
That was a very interesting call. And the only reason why I'm frustrated with that call like she is right now is because the last call shouldn't have been called. It was on the pass. It didn't impede anything. And then you come back on this play and you've been letting them play, and then you call it on the swat like that. So it's very frustrating as a coach and as a player if you haven't got a call. But right now, again, the fouls are 3-0 in the first 4 minutes of the game. As a coach, and especially as a visiting coach, you are worried about the foul count.
Law fires and has the 3 rim out. Another try, Sandel, Nice box out over the back. Well, let me pull back here a second. I thought Tillery was over the back. Let's see what they call here.
And that was accurate. That was a good box out on the low inside.
Tillery's first foul, baseline inbound. Law to Sandel, left wide open. Nope, off target. Madison Sandel runs it down.
Madison Sandel is a rebounding machine. I know she does not look that big, but she can rebound.
Law kills another 3. Finding the range now.
She was pivotal in that screen setup for Law to get that shot. She's just doing the intangibles.
Left side, Tillery to Young. Now to the high post, Taylor, feed low, wide open again, and another foul.
I was gonna ask for the instant replay. Check this out. Well, the low side, that was a push off, but the low side block is not helping. They are not dropping. They are not guarding it.
The travel and the turnover. Law taps it, Another try. Nice move. No go on the finish. A heck of an effort there on the save by Sanders.
And Sanders is a veteran right now. You can see some moments right now where these kids have been here before. They're battle tested, and so they know how to play.
Down! The Law.
Law laying it right now from the three-point line. And there hasn't been one adjustment to guarding her right now, and she's wide open.
That's 3 straight threes. 44-29, the lead's 15. Young a miss from deep range. Tracked down uncontested. Up the floor, here's Sanders down the slot. The runner down. Isabel Sanders and Law sparking Roseville now on a comeback bid. Tillery,
Veterans.
easy money.
Manapule getting easy buckets because there's no weak side rotation right now, and they should eat it up until they fix it.
Hilliard drives and scores, just as you said, Lauren.
Hilliard is a difference maker in the game right now, but she has to be more aggressive to the bucket.
Tillery, a long miss, out of bounds to the Tigers.
And that was a great play right there. You know why? Because on the last play, Laguna Creek had a loose ball. Roseville hustled for it and dove on the ground. And so they went for the 50-50 ball. And then after that, Laguna Creek didn't hustle on the next play. As you see, boom, we knocked down a 3 on the other end, but the same match effort is not there on the other side.
Well, we talked about 3-ball derby. It was Laguna Creek showing it off in the first half in that second quarter, but Maddie Law has helped flip that. There you see a corner 3. And they're starting to rain on down. Nice package. Here's Young. Left wide open and gets the soft roll. Law down. She had 3 from that same wing.
And here she is again, wide open.
2 is good. Let's go for thirds. Thank you very much.
This is the heat check.
Ow.
And now I got to keep letting it rain. They froze her on the timeout, but other than that, she got to keep shooting with confidence and ready to go. As now you see, an immediate adjustment. Young is now on Law on that side.
A lot taller, 5'10". Law to the corner. Hilliard drive. Down.
That's all day. That's all day, and that was a good adjustment by Coach on the other end for Roseville, handling the pressure and seeing the adjustments that he needs to make immediately.
The lead at 20, at 22 was the largest. It has been trimmed now down to 11. Here's Tillery, drive the paint. The runner pops out. All the Tigers on the board. Hillary grabs it. Here's the trailer. Hilliard, Flat foot rebound, Manapule. This quarter so far has belonged to the Tigers. Young drive, whistle.
All I can say is whoa on every foul at this point now because it's getting borderline ridiculous right now on the foul count, and it's almost taking the game away from the kids. Let the kids play so that the officiating doesn't play a factor in the game, and I think Coach is handling it very well.
Well said, Lauren. Well said. Here's Young. Gee whiz. Woo. Another foul call by Yosef Ragad, our umpire tonight.
Foul count 5-1. And now, if we had a shot, Coach is pointing literally to the scoreboard because the foul count is ridiculous right now.
Inside shot taken and missed, and who wants it? It gets tapped out to Tillery, and the Cards reload.
Right now, they're forcing her to her left, but you got to play her straight up. There's no way you can force her to a certain top.
Excellent box out by Alyssa Sandel. They're not going to call her on that. It was definitely over the back.
Everybody in orange right now is on edge because every time the whistle's blown, it's on them.
Steal by Tillery. Layup pops out. Here's a steal by Young on the outlet. Feed low. Easy money. Cashed in there sweetly.
And that's 2 turnovers in a row. Roseville can't get back.
Deep J Sandal. It pops around and drops. Sandal with an extra long-range tray.
They're playing. This is what playoffs are all about.
The lead is 10. Manapule backs in and banks it home over Hilliard.
Manapule, talk about using your body to your advantage, having good size.
Down! Woo-wee, Sandal, you very much. 3-ball derby. It's 50-41. The lead is 9.
And they're not going out like that. This is what you talk about, rallying your troops.
Here's a steal. Sandal picked it away from Manapule. It would be Alyssa Sandal. Wide open in the corner. Law rushed it, missed it, tapped, and here's Tillery on the run. Sandal back. The layup missed wildly. Law boards it.
And
outlet to Hilliard.
Every time they go, they're going a Euro step for no reason.
Corner 3, short. Nice follow by Law. A whistle and a foul as Young had the reach.
Good offensive rebound. Long shot, long rebound, and she was right on time for the finish with the left hand.
3rd foul on Young. 2 subs, Tillery and Manapule sit down for the Cardinals. Law clicks on the free throw.
And now we see this 3-quarter court pressure. Roseville making a run, and then they apply what they want to do right now.
Young misses at the buzzer. We have played 3, and the Roseville Tigers are growling loudly, pulling within 6. Don't wander off. We'll be right back. Well, did you have a chance to catch your breath? I don't know, but that 3rd quarter was nothing short of scintillating as the Roseville Tigers, trailing by 20 at the half, have clawed their way back in it now, down half a dozen as we open 4th quarter action here on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Inbound to the backcourt, it goes to Young, playing with 3 fouls.
You talk about boxing out. I think Roseville made a really good adjustment, and they crashed the offensive boards way harder than they did in the first half.
The runner missed. Rebound, Hilliard. Fong with the miss. Now here's Law. Sandal. Law had 3 threes and Sandal 2 in that quarter. Tapped out, and Roseville reloads. Wow, a muscle shot inside by Sanders.
Sanders putting her team on her back right now.
50-46, a travel and a turnover on Fong. 14 turnovers. Correction.
Coach Darte excited right now. You know, it's winter time, but right now you got to be a confident brother when you wear a linen colored suit. First playoff game.
Good ball movement here by the Tigers against this zone. Hilliard, short. Rebound yanked nicely. Manapule, but a loose ball on the outlet. A turnover.
Manapule got to make a better outlet pass on that so she could secure it. She grabbed a strong rebound, but had a bad outlet pass.
A kick out. Sandal, off target on the three. Rebound gathered in. Young pushes hard. Down, coast to coast. Array Young.
Array Young is no joke. Putting her team on her back right there, taking it coast to coast.
In the pink, feed low, nothing there. Law, Sanders, Sandal, a miss. Tapped out, oh my goodness. Wow, the ball awarded to the Cardinals. Sure did look like Young had a hand on that. I thought
Mohamed was trying to help him out on that last play to get the call right, but we're going out of the way, Laguna Creek.
Walking dribble Tillery, 6-point lead, 52-46. This is a game. High post to Young, turn, dump, easy money. Manapule. In the fourth. This is number 1, and she's 0 for 5 in the game.
That's going to haunt her tomorrow if it doesn't go her way.
And there's a free throw for Sandal. 54-50. It's oh my goodness time. Tigers within 4 with 5 minutes to go. Anybody's game.
Again, the Tigers haven't fixed the weak side help.
Taylor, an easy putback after the miss by Manapule. Eva Taylor. Law fires away. Down!
She hasn't missed, Will.
Maddie Law with 5 threes in the second half.
They got to make an adjustment right now on defense. Drop on the weak side help, or Manapule is going to get another easy bucket.
56-52. Laguna Creek trying to hold on against this furious comeback. And here's an inside layup by Taylor.
And you talk about offensive execution right now by the young Gunners. 2 possessions executed.
Sandal a miss, and this is going to roll out of bounds.
That was a heat check shot. But now they got to fix it right now because Laguna Creek is executing on all cylinders, and they're just
We apologize for some technical difficulty here. I believe the heavy vibration in the stands here from this excited crowd has fouled our electronics a wee bit, but we are back, and here's Tillery working against Sandal. A breakup out of bounds to the Cardinals.
It's intense right now. Both teams having to show a level of maturity and growth.
Here's an inside bucket by Taylor.
Taylor coming in strong right now. 2 buckets and an assist.
3:41 to go. 60-52.
Laguna Creek again just going to be patient as they bring it up.
The lead is back to 8. Loose ball handling, out of bounds. A Cardinals turnover on the pass from Tillery. 15 turnovers on Roseville, 13 against Laguna Creek. Sandal on the point, goes to Hilliard. They play catch at the 3:19 mark. Time becoming a factor. Law, not this time, in and out. Up the floor, uncontested. Montepulle has it blocked, and so does Young. Out of bounds to the Cardinals. 2 defensive rejections.
I like the unselfishness, but you got to score the easy bucket. As you see Coach Darte looking on right now as he's trying to hold on to dear life as his team's down 8.
Break up and a turnover. Push it hard. Here they come. Isabel Sanders.
Isabel Sanders right now playing big.
2:53 to go. Brief stoppage, substitution. Taylor back in for the Cardinals. Montepulle sits down.
I just called a quick foul on Sanders on that last possession after the bucket.
Her second foul. 2:48, clock rolling, 6-point Cardinal lead. Tap away from Young, but she gets it back.
And they're a little lackadaisical right now with the ball.
Taylor saves it right to the Tigers. Another turnover. Look at this in the key, a miss off the glass. Taken by Sanders, out of bounds to the Tigers.
Sanders needs to be a little bit more patient on that inside runner. Just take your time and shoot a regular shot, but that floater habit of that teardrop habit kind of gets in their way and tendencies.
Sandal misses on the drive, but a whistle and a foul. Young looks around in utter disbelief, but
that's a literal wow. Another wow for me, Will. Wasn't expecting the call at all, but it goes Roseville's way.
Free throw good by Alyssa Sandal.
And that's good that Sandal can knock down a free throw right now because she hasn't been doing too well from that free throw line today.
Neither team in the bonus in the second half. They've so far been able to stay off the hook. 6 fouls by Roseville, 5 by the Cardinals. Number 2, a clunker. Montepulle over the top with the rebound. We got a whistle. A rebounding foul, I believe, against the Tigers, Sandal. And that will be bonus free throwing upcoming on Madison Sandal, I should say. Her first. As you mentioned, that rebounding demon for such a small ball player. That's just her first foul on the season. Madison Sandal averages 8 rebounds a game.
She's a strong player, and I can tell why, because she fights for position every time. Not sometimes, every time, and that's hard to see out of any kid these days.
Law to Sandal. Here's Law. Didn't quite get set on that one. Montepulle rebound, one and done at the 2-minute mark. Up the floor. Dump it low to Taylor. Got it. Eva Taylor.
Taylor, again, making her impact on the game right now.
Jump shot drained beautifully by Sanders. Want to remind you, Lauren will be interviewing our players of the game in the post-game segment. Right now, a minute and a half to go, 62-57. Feed low, last touched by Sandal, so the Tigers will not get the steal. Montepulle out. And they go small, guard heavy. Timeout taken by head coach Cody Norman of the Cardinals.
And we're probably going to see an executed play right now.
A full timeout.
Laguna Creek has been doing really well with their chalk talk and their X's and O's as far as executing plays after timeouts and dead possessions. On the other side, Roseville got to get a stop, a defensive stop.
Minute and a half to go. And this crowd trying to catch a breath here. Boy, it has been an excited crowd since before the game even started, as Laguna Creek built up as much as a 22-point lead and is now fighting to hold on to it, presently leading by 5.
It's a big moment for not only everybody in Laguna Creek, but in Sacramento. As far as I can remember, Laguna Creek hasn't done well, like we stated before, since 2003, back in the Jessica Wilson days, when this program was at a very highest point. And now you see them in a different place, and they may be on the verge of something.
Here we go. Inbound goes to Taylor. Clock rolling. Nice overplay. Tillery grabs it, though, in front of Sandel.
We might see an ISO right here.
5 on the shot clock. Somebody's got to do something. Young scores, but the shot clock violation disallows the bucket. Call it a turnover.
That was a good defensive possession by Roseville. Lack of awareness by Laguna Creek.
Sandel drives it and draws a foul from Juarez. And no bonus, non-shooting, baseline left. Hilliard to inbound. 1:10 to go, time very tight. Sanders to Sandel. Hilliard left open, misses long on the 3, and Taylor's got it. A minute to go. Young up the floor and gets fouled by Sanders. Little attention to the clock maybe for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I was going to say that on that last possession. It kind of went kind of fast. Just a little bit of patience.
Young a free throw. After an 11-point first half, she has gone stone cold. That was her 3rd point of the half, and air ball wide on number 2. Sanders to Law. Back to Sanders. Under a minute to go. Hilliard. Law fires and has it blocked by Young. Loose ball on the floor. Grabbed by Tillery in a timeout. A 32nd by Laguna Creek.
And that was some athleticism right there on that last play by Young. Stretching all the way from that lower block to get that block.
Nice shot of that huddle.
Oh, and there's some talking and some masterminding and planning for the Roseville squad.
Back on the floor, both clubs. Coach Norman trying to get inbound to Young.
There needs to be a foul quickly. That took too much time off the clock. You got to talk about that in the huddle coming out. We got to foul immediately so that they don't run the clock off.
So back to the stripe, Young, where she split 2 free throws. So far, 1 for 4 in the half. Misses another, no bonus. Law rebounds. Here they come. Sandel, no time to waste. Drive Tillery. Law, Hilliard, Wild off the glass. Sandel fouled inside.
That was not a smart play by Laguna Creek. Nobody boxing out in the last possession, as well as fouling unnecessarily. They got to clean it up.
Third foul on Zoe Tillery. Free throw, good. Alyssa Sandel, after missing 4 for 4 in the first half, she's dropped 3 out of 5 here in the second. Still, though, a 5-point lead. 1 out of 2. Young a rebound. Whistle and a foul, I guess, on Law.
And free throws, Will. Free throws come back to haunt the Roseville Tigers right now.
So Young to the stripe. She's wearing it out from there with many appearances, but shooting clunker after clunker. Double bonus for Young. Hits the second one, 64-58. Time out Tigers. Head coach Alan Darte wants to circle his group here with 21 seconds left. Perhaps for multiple reasons. They're down 6. A valiant comeback.
2-possession game with his team. So it's a good timeout. Put things in perspective, but he has to get a play that's executed as well as no turnovers. The plan after the execution. A lot of coaches forget this part is they try to talk about the play so much, but what happens if we score, coach? And that's where they have to talk about it and have a plan for that.
There they are talking it over. Now next week, actually our next cast coming up a little quicker than next week. Boys Division I basketball, a quarter-final matchup. I think we've got it zeroed in, but we intend to hold you in suspense until that time. So stay tuned. Here, however, the issue still in question. Host Laguna Creek has led from the outset and apparently has weathered a furious Roseville comeback, but still a ways to go. Law to the corner. Sanders back to Law. Short. Sanders tough on the rebound there. Feeds Law. Fire away. Short again. Law follow. Hilliard sneaks inside. Misses the layup. And the Cardinals have it. Hilliard called for the foul with 1 second left. And this one is assured. Tillery to the stripe. She's 2 out of 4 from there and presently running with a 14-point total. Double bonus. So, Cody Norman's youthful Cardinals on the way to victory in this opening rounder for Girls Division II. Despite the shaky free throwing, 0 for 2 again, and that is game. Our final score, Laguna Creek 64, Roseville 58. A whale of a ball game that was a story of 2 halves, as Laguna Creek dominated in the first half and took a 20-point lead at the intermission, only to see the Roseville Tigers, under a storm of 3-ball gunning, come storming back and pulling within 2 possessions on a number of occasions. This one is in the book. Don't wander off, however. Plenty more to come here in our post-game segment. Lauren Goodman will be interviewing our players of the game. You don't want to miss that. Stick around.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals 25. Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
The verdict is in, and the decision is final this evening in Elk Grove, where tonight at Laguna Creek High School, in a girls' Division II opening round playoff game, a wild one indeed, as the host Cardinals rocked and rolled in the first half and built up a 20-point cushion, but had to withstand a furious Roseville comeback that brought the Tigers within 4, and the issue was not decided until the final minute in what would have to be considered a rousing basketball game full of excitement and suspense in that second half. We have selected our players of the game, and we see here on our graphic the outstanding senior gunner, wing Maddie Law, who tonight really had some firepower when the Tigers needed it most. She hit 5 threes all in the second half, finished with 19 points. And for the Laguna Creek Cardinals, freshman wing R.Ray Young set the example early with 11 in the first half and finished with 15 as Laguna Creek's player of the game. Maddie Law and R.Ray Young. Lauren Goodman is standing by with our players of the game. Lauren?
Well, thank you, Will. I'm here with the players of the game, one for Roseville and one for Laguna Creek in a playoff matchup that both teams are going to remember. First for Roseville, I'm here with Maddie Law. Now, you came out big, 5 threes. What was the lead up to the success in those buckets?
We just really picked up the energy after halftime. We had a little team talk, and we just really picked each other up so that we were going to come out high energy and make it a game. So I just had that, and I just knew that we had to come back and do something to get back in the game.
Now, after your first 3 knockdown, what was the conversation like with your coach to make you play more aggressive?
It was just we've already cut the lead by so much. Just keep the energy up, keep moving the ball, and keep knocking those shots down.
Now, I know tonight's a tough win. After the game, your team kind of huddled up together. Everybody kind of embraced you with hugs and giving you as much love as possible. As a senior, what's your message to your team, not only how you played tonight, but what do you want to say to your team?
Just keep having fun playing basketball every single day. Keep the energy up at every game because that's what makes basketball the most fun.
Now, I know you're a senior, and I have to ask you before you go, what are your plans after high school?
I plan to go to a four-year college. I haven't decided which one yet, but I want to major in actuary science.
Well, good luck in the future, Maddie Law. Thank you so much. Now, for Laguna Creek, I'm here with one of the standout freshmen. Now, you guys had a big spark in the first quarter. What led to your guys' aggressive comeout?
I think our team bond is what really did it. We all get along so well, and we all just, our chemistry is amazing, to be honest. It's one of the best, or like the most chemistry that I've had as a team playing basketball. We were in the locker room, we were huddled up, we were meditating, we were doing everything that we could to be prepared for this game. And for my first playoff game, I was really excited, and the seniors, of course, were helping us, the freshmen, don't be worried about it, it's just another game, I mean, it's going to be televised, but, it was fine. Yeah.
Now, tonight's a big night, and your team came out really well. How did your team stay focused down the stretch as Roseville was making that little run there?
I think our coaches mostly help us stay calm. We have freshman mistakes, obviously, because there are so many of us. Our coaches help be patient with us, and they help us like with the little silly turnovers, they stay patient. They don't yell at us. Well, I mean, they yell at us, but they're more understanding towards the mistakes. And I think as that happens, we start to fix the little things, and that's how we play so well together.
Now, I know you probably don't even know, the school hasn't been good since 2003, right? And tonight is your first playoff win. How does it feel for you and your team to finally get this victory out of the way and get prepared for the next one?
It feels amazing, to be honest. And I can't thank my coaches and my teammates more. Like, they're so amazing. They're my biggest hype. They always help me, airball to free throw, pretty bad. And they helped me get through it, and the mistakes were just terrible. But as a freshman, I think I'm more excited towards the future, and I hope that as a unit, we can all focus on the bigger picture, not just this one game.
Well, the team is in good hands with your leadership. Thank you for being our player of the game. Now I'm here with Cody Norman. Coach, got a whole squad of freshmen, so I got to ask you, how truly is it to have this talented group but be so young?
We've kind of taken on the mantra this year of we either win or we learn. Tonight we did both. That third quarter, Roseville was just phenomenal shooting, and we've got to know that, games that you have waves where, hey, we played great in the first half, they played great in the third quarter, and then, we had to buckle down there in the fourth quarter. So, we're young, but we're learning on the run in a lot of cases.
Now, Coach, you guys are surprising a lot of teams as well because a lot of teams aren't going with 5 freshmen, so maybe you guys are getting a little underestimated. Have you guys had that going throughout the season before you guys got to today that kind of prepped your team for this game?
To be honest, I don't know. You'd have to ask the other coaches that because, we just go with, who's playing the best at that time. A lot of times it's been our starting freshmen. We have started, some other girls at times, but our freshmen, they come through. They have we have phenomenal basketball IQ with our freshmen. And so Array had alluded to, not getting caught up in stuff and getting, kind of off mentally. And so they're doing a good job with that.
Now, it's only going to get harder from here. And so how do you keep your team level-headed and focused? I know Array talked about the mental part of how they're preparing, but as a coach, how do you prepare them mentally?
It's big. The preparation, we've got caught kind of being, deer in the headlights at times. And so we really just got to revisit those times and look at, what did we do wrong? And it's real simple, how we come into the game, our mindset basically from practice tomorrow to Thursday night when we tip off, we're going to have a focus and then a refocus, leading up to tip off.
Well, Coach, your team looks pretty good. Good luck in the second round. Will?
Thank you, Lauren. Well, certainly a well-adjusted, level-headed response there. Coach Norman has a young ball club and certainly knows the way that the world can spin and the ups and downs of a young basketball team. But tonight, was their night. But credit the Roseville Tigers under first-year head coach Alan Darte coming back up off the deck to make a ball game of it and to make an exciting thriller of it with that barrage of scoring in the third quarter that included, I'll tell you, Maddie Law was laying down the law from three-point distance.
You can tell her impact is so big at her school and at her team, and the after part is the best part that I love to see, because when you see a person lose or see a defeat, I love the embracement of both teams, how they just consoled each other and was a team, and that shows you that it's bigger than basketball.
No doubt, and there's a moral to this story tonight. Part of the topic would be youth. Part of it would be intensity, dedication, and scholastic excellence. I'm still very, very impressed with those GPA numbers we saw for Laguna Creek. And like I said, that's a little bit scarce. I don't see that all the time. And lots of credit there. But the Roseville Tigers, they will have another day.
They will. They still have a young team, young ball club that's pretty much going to stay intact for next year, but a lot of learning lessons and a lot of learning moments that they had today. They had a lot of opportunities that they kind of just left out there. Free throws, missed layups. It just racked up, and it's too much to dig yourself out of when you're on the road and you have to deal with that type of adversity.
Adversity, yes, but two ball clubs there that distinguished themselves, and Laguna Creek will advance into a quarterfinal rounder coming up, and Roseville will take their thoughts and observations from this game and put it to good use in the future. Quickly, individual scoring for Roseville. 19 points for Maddie Law to lead the way. That included 5 threes. 14 for point guard Alyssa Sandel, who got it going late. 11 of those were in the second half. 13 points for the impressive Isabel Sanders. I thought she provided a tremendous 10-point spark in the second half. Half a dozen for Hilliard, all those coming early. And a 3-ball for Russell. A deuce for Madison Sandel, who played an excellent floor game. For the game, yes, let's take a look at final stats because we can show you a bit more clearly. The free throwing tonight was atrocious. Attribute that possibly to either playoff pressure or more woodshedding in the gym between games. And the 3 balls we can see in that second half by Roseville. We weren't lying when we said 3-ball derby.
Oh, it was a 3-ball derby for sure. 16 threes in the total game. That's a lot of shots that you put up, and a lot of those shots came early, so it could have been a flood of shots if we would have got more.
Well, the precision statistical compilation from Dave Larson indicates something very rare that I haven't seen in a while. Equal numbers in rebounding and in turnovers for each team. And I'm quite sure both head coaches will take a look at those figures, and particularly Coach Cody Norman of the Cardinals.
And something we haven't saw, too, in a few games is turnovers under 15 for both teams, or under 20 is the goal. If you can keep your turnovers under 20, then you'll be in a good position to win games.
The free throwing tonight, gee whiz.
Heartbreaking.
It was very much. Individual scoring for Laguna Creek, 15 for Auray Young. And by the way, that was a dynamite post-game interview by that young woman. 14 for point guard Zoe Tillery. 11 for Ava Taylor. 10 points for Manapule. They put 4 in double figures. Half a dozen for Juarez. They got a 3-ball in the second half for the diminutive Erwin Wingbovo. And they had 10 for 26 from the line. So, quite a ball game for a playoff opener.
Tonight was the type of game that you want to see, and they're going to have to clean it up. Unfortunately, Roseville got stumped, a really good ball club. They're going to come back and be ready to go. But on the other hand is if the bracket went the way it went, Sac High won tonight, which means Laguna Creek has to play Sacramento High School. So they're going to have to play a better ball game. They are more than capable, though, of stumping the Dragons if they play a clean, sharp basketball game.
I agree. That should be a real doozy, one that you might want to put on your docket. But we'll be back on the attack ourselves. Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week will bring you quarterfinal round action. It'll be a boys Division I matchup, and I guarantee it will be a splendid matchup indeed. That'll be coming your way Friday. Just got to wait a few days. On the 15th, we'll have it for you at 7 p.m., and you wouldn't want to miss it. But tonight, the home crowd, home court, and home cooking all spelled victory for the youthful Laguna Creek Cardinals, who tonight weathered a late storm and stopped the pesky Roseville Tigers by a final count of 64-58 to advance in the CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tigers basketball playoffs. Well, Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew would like to thank the Laguna Creek High School administration, particularly Athletic Director John Ussery, for their cooperation and assistance with our broadcast arrangements for this telecast. And the Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports presentation of Access Sacramento in association with Play-by-Play Sports Productions. For Lauren Goodman, our game director Nick Dunn, and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, and a special thanks to our official statistician Dave Larson. I'm Will James. We thank you for dialing in tonight, and as always, look forward to the next occasion when we can cross your path. From Elk Grove and Laguna Creek High School, we bid you good evening, and so long, everyone.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.